I'm here today with Jack Crawford at the Impact 2018 conference here in Sacramento. Jack, this conference is phenomenal, but you're one of the co-founders of Impact Ventures, and tell me the story of before you got involved with Impact, how this thing evolved.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me. First of all, Eric Ball and I went through the Kauffman Fellows program together. It's a 2-year leadership program where we got an opportunity to see ecosystems around the world. We literally spent time in New York, Austin, Silicon Valley, Shanghai, and other parts around the world learning about building venture ecosystems. We developed a great sort of friendship that came out of that. And then Oracle was looking for someone to manage their entire private equity portfolio, including about 180 ownership positions and some fund positions. So Eric and I professionally collaborated on managing that corporate venture portfolio and started investing alongside of Dixon Dahl, who had just gone emeritus status at DCM. Of course, Dixon, is the gold standard of venture capital. He built DCM up to $3 billion under management, participated in 23 different companies that achieved $1 billion valuation. So the opportunity to candidly invest alongside and learn from Dixon was we were greatly appreciative of the opportunity. As we started to co-invest together, we realized, wait a minute, this may be an opportunity to build and institutionalize the next great venture fund. We had very different networks of relationships. We had different skill sets that we were bringing. And so the three of us got together and basically just decided to form Impact as equal GPs. And now we're off to the races with summits like today that are going to include as many as 1,000 people. Hundreds of technology startups are here today, and so we're thrilled about the progress so far.
When a company, when you begin to work with a company, first of all, how do they come to you? Do you solicit them, or you come to them, and what are you looking for in that company? The unique drivers.
Yeah, sure. So let me answer that in 2 ways. From a sourcing standpoint, we're interacting very closely with corporate venture groups. Corporate venture groups are participating in more than 30% of all venture-backed deals now, and oftentimes they're looking for a financial VC to get involved in leading these financings. And so we're getting great sources of interesting companies from corporates. We're interacting broadly with universities. We're interacting with angel investors. And then we've been involved with the Kauffman Fellows program, as I mentioned, who have fellows now in 40 countries around the world. And so they've been an incredible source of deal flow. When we look at the filtering criteria to identify what we think could be a company that has billion-dollar potential, we're really looking at 4 or 5 key areas of due diligence: the market, the technology, how are they doing on sales, the team, and the financial model. We have, in effect, a checklist in each of those areas to validate the information we receive from the entrepreneurs and get us comfortable with sort of some level of conviction around making that investment. Candidly, we sort of finished the analysis with what can we do to add value beyond capital? Can we connect them with corporate venture groups? Can we be a valuable sounding board? Can we be a sort of a valuable board member? What else can we do to help bring them customers, capital, talent? Those are the types of things that we're looking to do post-investment.
So, Jack, a company that wants to go about contacting you, how do they reach you?
Some entrepreneurs are really smart. They do their homework. They figure out who we're well connected with. If the entrepreneur knows one of our LPs, that's the best source of introduction. Because we have a small group of LPs, those are sometimes harder to find. The corporate venture groups that are partners of ours, oftentimes will refer us into companies. But coming in as a cold call is probably not going to work too well. You're going to be at the back of the line. And walking out of today's summit will likely look at 1,000 business plans just from today's event. So from the standpoint of figuring out ways to get in and get connected, you've got to look for people that we have trusted relationships with to go to the top of the pile for review.
Makes a lot of sense. Yeah. All right. Well, Jack, thanks for being on today's show.
Thanks again for having me.
Okay.